Today I'm going to be talking about my August TBR. As you can probably tell, I am in a new location. I moved in the month of July, and because of that, my July reading did suffer. I did not get very much reading done in July. I did not love much of what I was reading in July. It was just not a very good reading month, and so I'm hoping that August gets better because I've been finding the past couple of months I'll have a really good reading month and then a really bad one and then a really good one and then a really bad one. So August, in theory, should be very good. August is also my birthday month, and I like to try to read a lot of what I'm just really enjoying in my birthday month as a little bit of a celebration to me. So as I have been doing, I'm going to do a loose TBR. I think I'll mainly just go over my 5 prompts from my prompt jar, and then I'll leave a ton of room open just to mood read and hopefully have a much better time than I did in July. Also important to note, important to me, these bookshelves behind me are not organized. They're set up and they're generally like grouped together, but I have not organized my shelves yet in the way that I want to. I think I'm gonna try to do a video on doing that. It depends on how annoying the process is. If it's something that I just need to like have some alone time to do, I might not record it, but I'm gonna try to do a video reorganizing my bookshelves, setting up my new shelves, finishing my office and book room. So that's why this shelf is still like empty with just trinkets on it. I've got to get things organized. That is to come. With that out of the way, let's jump into the prompt jar. Start a series. Repeat author. Instagram poll chooses. Recent TBR edition. And cover you like. First, I'll start with the start a series prompt, and for that, I'm going to repeat something I said last month that I did not get around to in July, and that is Orcs and Crake by Margaret Atwood. This is the start of the Mad Adam trilogy. These are dystopian books. I read the second book once before in college because you can kind of just read it as a standalone, but I want to go back and read the whole trilogy. I started this by reading just the first little chapter. I really want to read it. It just did not fit into my July plans, so I should be able to pick this up in August. Next, for the cover you like prompt, I think I'm gonna pick We Met Like This by Casey West. This book is coming out in September. The publisher just sent it to me, and I do think it has a really nice summary cover. I have read several books from Casey West many years ago, like 10 years ago. I used to read her young adult romances, and this is actually her adult debut. So hopefully that goes well for me. Hopefully I still like her stuff. Hopefully I enjoy her in adult. This is following a woman named Margot who's a hopeless romantic, and she wants to be a literary agent to help bring romance books into the world. But she is hopeless at her own romance. Her most consistent relationship over the last several years is with Oliver, a guy she keeps rematching with on the apps. They've only been on one date and it was a disaster until the makeout session in the car before parting ways, but then the relationship never went anywhere. Now it's 3 years later. She just got fired from her dream job on the same day that she sees Oliver. So it sounds like a second chance romance, and I hope I enjoy it. For repeat author, I'm going to pick Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I have read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and I quite enjoyed that book, so I've been very excited to pick up her latest book, which is about toxic lesbian vampires. I believe you're following 3 different characters, 3 different timelines. I'm hearing it's very slow, so I've been waiting for a time when I feel ready to get into a nice slow book again. I think August will be the time. I do already own a copy of it. It's just downstairs and I didn't feel like going to grab it. So I've got a physical copy. It's on my shelves. It's ready to go. I think this will be a fun one to read in August. For Instagram poll chooses, I think I'll pick a couple arcs that I have that I need to get to and let people vote on that, see which one you're more interested in hearing about. I have so many that I am getting behind on. I have a couple horror books that are coming out in September, so maybe those would be good to choose between. So I'll put a poll up between You Weren't Meant to Be Human by Andrew Joseph White, who I don't think I've ever read from before, or The Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre by Philip Fracassi, who I have read from before. And I'll see which one you guys are most interested in having me read, and I don't know the results yet, but I'll put the results in here, and this is the one that won the poll and the one that I'll be reading. And then for recent TBR edition, I have not been purchasing very many books recently. I've had some books sent to me. I've gotten some audiobooks. I have some things that have recently come onto my TBR in terms of my Goodreads TBR. So maybe I'll look at my Goodreads TBR and I'll see based on date added what some of the most recent things are. So I have Local Heavens. I don't think that's coming out for a while. The Once and Future Me, which I also don't think is coming out for a while. Blood on Her Tongue. I think I have the audiobook of that through Libro. Let me check. Okay, I do. So maybe I'll go with that one. Blood on Her Tongue by Johanna van Veen. I believe this is a gothic sapphic vampire story based on Carmilla, I think, which I have not read yet. But I recently heard a really good review of this. I've really been enjoying Willow Talks Books channel recently, and she really loved this book. It's one of her favorite horror books of the year. And I don't know if our tastes fully align yet because I feel like our genre mix doesn't necessarily align the most. But the way she talks about books just gets me so excited. It makes me really want to pick a book up. So I decided I wanted to give Blood on Her Tongue a chance, especially since I already have the audiobook through the Libro FM ALC program. So it's already sitting on my phone. It's just waiting to be listened to. I think it'll be a fun one to give a try. I do have a plethora of other options of things I could be reading in August. I'm not sure exactly what I'll get to. I would like to read a couple more arcs, try to stay a little bit more up to date on those. There is one that I really am excited about that I might pick up, and that is the new Janice Hallett book. I don't think I've ever read one of her books digitally. I always read them physically, and these are mixed media books, so it should be fine in an ebook experience, but I'm a little bit nervous about it because I just love her book so much and I want to have a great time with that one. So I might pick that one up next month as well. And then everything else will just be a surprise to you and to me. So that's it for my August TBR. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.